Hello mums, this video is dedicated to diaphragmatic breathing, so it's a little bit of prep work for you, whether you have signed up to my pelvic floor core rehab course or whether you're doing one-to-one sessions with me. This is a little exercise that I would like you to try before your first session. You'd be surprised as to how many mums really do struggle with taking a deep breath. Sometimes it actually requires a little bit of thought, it doesn't just happen, and it sets a foundation for all of the work that we're about to do, so it's a really good idea to just practice this one simple exercise. Now when you're doing this, I really want you to kind of visualize a balloon, because the diaphragm is connected to the pelvic floor. So if you have a look at that torso, and if you think the top of the balloon is the diaphragm and the bottom of the balloon is the pelvic floor, and when you take a nice deep breath in, everything lengthens and fills up, and when you exhale, everything contracts and shortens, and that's what we're pretty much going to get towards. So we'll just start now. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And actually one question that somebody asked me the other day in one of my courses was, why do we breathe out through the mouth? Why do we not do any yoga breathing in and out through the nose? And it's just to ensure that we're getting full use of the diaphragm and full use of the core. Also, another thing that I've noticed on my courses is I don't hear mums breathing out through their mouths a lot. I have to actually walk around and say to them, I can't hear you. Breathe through your mouth. Breathe through your mouth. Force that breath out. When you take that breath out through the mouth, you are engaging that core. You're using that core a little bit more than you would if you were just to go and blow the air out lightly. So when we take a nice deep breath out through the mouth, I would like to hear you. So hand on the chest, hand on the belly. Let's try it. Deep breath in through nose. 3 seconds. Everything will expand. Front rib cage, back rib cage, belly slightly expands, and on the exhale for 5 counts, you'll feel those tummy muscles tighten up. However, I don't want you to over exaggerate the tightening of those muscles. Let them do their job. And don't concentrate on engaging them, just allow the body to naturally do it. Okay, so let's try again. 3 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Deep breath. And exhale. Good, that was good. Okay, so keep practicing that. Start in a seated position, but work yourself up to a standing position, because when you're standing and the torso is elongated, you should be able to start feeling the pelvic floor working a little bit. If you really concentrate, if you already have that brain to pelvic floor connection. If you don't feel it, don't worry about it. By the end of the course, you will most definitely be feeling the pelvic floor when you take nice deep breaths. But right now, it's not the goal. The goal is just to get you working on breathing in general and getting used to taking deep breaths and using that force on the out breath. That's what I'm looking for, because like I said, I get so many mums on the course where I just can't even hear them, and when I actually look at their rib cages and I look at their abdominal area, I'm not seeing them utilize that area as much as they could do if they put a little bit of force into it. So don't be scared, just blow the air out. That's our focus right now. So yeah, 3 to 4 breaths seated, and then maybe do 3 to 4 standing. Watch that you don't get too dizzy, because lots of breathing might make you feel a little bit dizzy. Also, another tip I have is not to wear a sports bra or too tight of a bra, because it will restrict the range of movement in the rib cage and the back. So try to wear a yoga type bra, something a little bit loose and relaxing. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox me, and I look forward to seeing you on our first session.